warm in there. Clearly, a lot of fires have been lit, and so the amount of sort of oxygen in the air is unpleasantly low.
Zacharias will certainly attend this. This is fascinating to him, and he wishes to see this magic.
Can Raiju attend too? He wants to be able to tell a good story later.
Sure.
Awesome.
Also, he resurrected Cashin.
Single-handedly, no less.
Yeah.
Dancing with the natives.
While fighting 3 dragons.
Yeah.
And
in a storm on a mountain.
Raiju never goes overboard. He goes just so much that it's believable. Like the thing about you eating spiders while you sleep. Just so unnerving, yet you kind of want to believe it. Well, as you go in there, you see these people. Joseph, now no longer in the wolf fur, he sort of has to take that off, and they've sort of painted these symbols of different things. Some of them matching different totems outside, as you would have seen. Joseph has has apparently fire painted all over him. You see there are different little things being placed in front of these different idols. This is a bowl with pearls and salt and whatnot. And as they begin to speak their weird tongue, really for hours, as the incense sort of burns in the eyes in the height of night, you see these different salts and pearls and such begin to liquefy and sort of move up into the air where they mix in different forms. And I would like Tina to roll a d6.
Go, Tina. Yo, Tina.
Alright, now a d100.
Seems fitting. The trick.
Trick is like, yes, perfect.
I could have described it better myself.
That trick would have taken the arm off.
Tina's still muted, by the way.
I don't know if one is really bad or really good.
I don't know either.
Yeah, might be anything really.
I don't know what sorcery Manic guy is cooking up.
You resurrect with all but 1 negative level.
Well, maybe.
You are now a level 1 halfling. What?
No, because I paid frigging 20,000.
Oh yeah, she paid a good.
It's the level 1 drow.
Alright, well, yeah.
There goes
You
Jake.
see, primarily, what seems to move up is actually the salt water that seems to take over the other things, mixing within it, turning into sort of a weird long shape of it, as it begins to slowly, almost like aggressively try to expand, being held back by some sort of magic, as it begins to take the form of Cash. Very slowly, though. Takes a few hours to really begin to form into anything visible.
Zacharias is fascinated by this magic.
Roger, this is hot.
Sort of a watery puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
At the end of the ritual, what is left, indeed, is a sort of translucent body, really, almost like a jellyfish.
No.
Of Cash.
That's pretty cool.
Jellyfish Cash.
To sort of chant more, and Cash finds herself suddenly. All she right now remembers is horrible agony. Someone was basically flaying her.
Oh.
Ripping her skin away from the flesh of her body for some very... She doesn't know why, it just feels like that was happening just a minute ago. And she then feels as if she's on the bottom of a deep, deep ocean. It's all dark around her. What's she do?
She starts to panic.
She feels like there's water in her lungs. There's no air around. The pressure down here is very high. She almost can't move.
She panics even more. Try to swim to get up.
As she begins to swim up, she sees that there really is not really a discernible way up. It's all just dark. And as she tries, she doesn't really find that there's any sort of direction. There seemed to be nothing pulling her down or keeping her up. Almost as if she's weightless in the water.
Well, that makes sense since it's water. She tries to see if there's anything around her to get help. Does she have any equipment, anything?
No. She has nothing on her. She hears in the distance some sort of echo of a long moan or wail.
Hey, Jake. F
Hi.
you.
Yep, Jake totally called it.
I called it.
F you. I don't think Cash is that familiar with whales.
Probably not.
She's about to be.
She just stares at whatever is coming closer to her, and is it a giant whale?
No, nothing seems to be coming, just an echo, a faint echo.
She will try to find it.
As she looks around her, it is as if this actually isn't water in her lungs, it is smoke. And she isn't actually in an ocean, she's an empty void, just filled with bellowing black smoke.
Well, this is getting disturbing.
Her eyes are running with water. Her mouth tasting that this water seems very salt, leaving sort of white lines on her face
White lines?
from the salt of them.
Huh. She will ponder at that, being really confused.
Then she feels as if she's suddenly grabbed by the throat and pulled out of this smoky water to, well, her own form, as she now lies gasping on this very, very warm rock floor, smelling the incense strong, hearing the chanting in a foreign language she doesn't understand, faint lights, and, well, this incredible heat and lack of oxygen, making her head go dizzy.
She will try to get air in her lungs, so she will definitely cough. And I doubt she's gonna look around to be really confused with the voices she doesn't understand, and look around to see who's there and prepared to fight.
The rest of you can see that Cash appears to be sort of as if she were just drenched in water, and with sort of faint wisps of smoke moving around her hair, and generally her skin, as if she is smoldering at the same time.
Chiron, seeing the hopefully alive now Cash moving, he will spread his arms and with his booming voice say, "Welcome back. I hope you had a pleasant stay in wherever it is you were."
Zacharias will snap his finger to Trick to bring like a piece of cloth or something to Cash.
Furs.
Yeah, some furs.
The towel.
Cash feels, she's back, she's alive. However, she feels like something's not the same.
She will look at Chiron and give him the, "Oh, you know where I've been." But
Chiron knows.
But she kind of missed Chiron's bad humor and give him a pained smile. But she'll try to give him her best smile, but she will be a little pained because it hurts, and she will look confused and ask, "What happened? Something's different."
Cash, I know what's different.
Shut up! You're not here.
Whale spirit calls.
Yes.
She doesn't then sort of sit down, the chanting stops. The people around seem to relax. There's sort of a lot of, heavy breathing as the air is almost not enough to sustain the amount of people in here.
Zacharias will look at her and say, "Welcome back, Lady Cash. We have missed you."
She looks at Zacharias and gives him a taunting smile. I bet you have. Since it's only been Talamantes to knock at your door.
Yeah.
And she'll look at Trig and give him a very soft look and smile.
Zacharias will say, "There is much to explain what is going on. I think you might be tired and want to rest and get up to speed on what is going on. Trick, please let's escort Lady Cash out of here.
Cash,
And get her up to speed."
You're not asking if he should leave Xerxes' equipment here or
Yes.
Cash will looks
he
and
places the chest down and escorts her.
Cash will get up. First things first. What is different? Where am I? And
We are in the far north, Lady Cash, on the in the land of Utak.
Cash will look at her hands. Do they look like they normally do?
They do. They seem very moist, however, and there's sort of this this weird sort of, almost as if they're surrounded by some black fog. Just faint enough to see, almost as if shadows are clinging to her.
She'll look at her hands. What's this?
You died, Lady Cash.
I know, but what's this? And she points out the smoke.
Does Zacharias see the smoke?
Yeah, he can see it too.
Peculiar. Well, since you were completely annihilated, we had nothing to resurrect you with, Lady Cash. As such, we have traveled north to the clan of White Tusk. They have performed the necessary rituals to bring you back into your original form. They did warn, however, that some price would have to be paid for this. You are, I think, somehow now linked to the spirits of the land. I am sure the good shaman Joseph Calls Fire from Water can explain it further. Understand that this was the only recourse we had.
That's fine. I would rather be alive. I'm just really confused about the smoke. And whatever happened before. She looked confused.
Zacharias motions to Trick. The Trick can possibly get you up to speed. Next, we need to try to bring Azurius back.
Now, can we go somewhere where there's a bit more air?
Cash smiles at Trick. Yeah, let's go. She's happy that Trick made it out.
Oh, one thing, Lady Cash. Zacharias will take a few steps out with her outside the imminent room, and he will snap his fingers, summoning the chest, opening it, again carefully so no one can look inside, and pull out a small sack and hand it over to Cash. Your equipment.
Cash will smile. I thought it would be destroyed. I thought it would have been destroyed.
We were lucky enough to find it. It seems your daggers killed whoever tried to steal it.
She smiles. That's what I expected. Raja will walk over and give her the stuff.
Zacharias closes the lid and de-summons the chest. Then we will return to the chamber.
Right, will take his leave as well. He doesn't really enjoy being here.
I was like, this is damn weird.
That's just strange.
And first, less people, so less air's being taken up.
It seems that these shamans are not used to doing 2 of these things per night. They seem rather exhausted as they sit down, sort of, all really sweating a lot. A small river of it running out as the chanting begins again.
Oh God. I'm so nervous for this.
As I said, let the dice roll.
Did you roll a d6, Dory? And a d100?
If you roll 100.
Close to.
And another D100. Alright. Here. Alright. Asurius finds himself again wretched away. Something very angry has just been very angry at him. He feels like, almost like he can hear a distant scream of some devilish being, feeling like, well, its toy has been wrenched away from its claws. And then it stops, and he's standing in, well, nowhere really. Everything's white around him. And he feels weird, almost itchy all over.
You got the ant spirit.
Ew.
Just white, just nothing.
Yeah. It's like, is she blinded?
Oh god, blindness. He'll kind of like, can he, he'll kind of turn his head, seeing if it's just like, is it an area that's perfectly white? Can he hear anything?
As he does, it feels like again, he's really itchy all over. And as he turns his head, something cracks and breaks, and something falls from his eyes to the ground. He seems to be standing on some bare rock, really foggy and hard to see very far, white smoke covering the entire horizon. What fell from his eyes seemed to be a layer of salt. As he looks upon his hands and the rest of him, it seems to all have a layer of salt upon it. It is itching a lot.
He'll try getting the salt off.
Alright, as he begins to frantically sort of remove the salt, he sees that under the salt there's just more salt. And as he digs and digs and digs, his hands begin to fall apart, seeming that they are all made of salt, entirely. As this realization happens, he begins to crumble.
Shit just got real.
How does he react? In the distance, he sees a pool of water.
Pool of water.
Yes.
It's something. He'll go towards it.
Alright. He sort of shambles towards it. His leg's no longer there. And as he reaches it, what does he do? He's very small.
Zerus will, look around, try and peer out. Is there anything else across it? Is he still crumbling, I assume?
Oh yeah. It will soon be nothing but salt. He can feel his vision begin to blur as his eyes are beginning to crumble.
He dives
His
into
thought
the
getting
water.
sluggish.
He dives into the water.
He splashes into the water. Now he finds himself almost as on the opposite side of a mirror looking out. He is under the surface of this water, looking out upon a wonderful world, very beautiful. But he is in the side of the water. He's trapped in the little pool. He can't get out. As he reaches his hand out, being real down here, as it gets out, it turns to salt and crumbles. With this, he feels some hand grab his neck, pull him backwards deeper into the pool, where everything goes black.
You got the spirit of the salt?
He now wakes up, and he's not feeling entirely sure of what he is. So, should we do the fateful roll?
I can.
Alright.
Yes, please.
Yes.
300?
Yes. He wakes up in the form of a larger, hairier, brutish version of him, in the form of an orc.
Oh God.
Well, it could have been worse. One lower and he would have been a lizard folk.
That would be
It is
great.
it is a modified list.
Oh, is it? Okay.
However, he does not. This is not the only realization. He also feels very thirsty, like incredibly thirsty. And it doesn't feel like any drink will really do.
Can he see anything?
He can now see the room, dark as it is, smoke, almost no air, people around him. The rest of you have seen this body form, but it did not really take shape from the sort of cloudy water shape it had until now that sort of a little glimpse of light sparked inside of it, making it take this form, almost as if the protection barriers that were outside, forcing the water to take a particular form, were not weak enough to last this time. It's simply blasting into whatever form it chose. You see an orc lay here,
And you immediately see
probably
it.
opening its eyes.
You immediately see it probably start coughing and then trying to create water spell to like cup a hand of water.
You have no, yeah. Well, as you do, it just splashes all over your face. It does not seem to quench the thirst.
Head will turn, look around the room.
These people, they seem to be full of nice, delicious moisture.
Oh.
Oh snap.
Can I pick any of them out from?
They all seem like it's very blurry right now. You can certainly see Kyron and Zacharias. I mean, they too look like they have deliciously. I mean, they're almost all water, really.
Can I tell them? Can I tell it to them?
Yeah.
Azurius will basically stumble off of the table, kind of like falling, kind of like moving towards Zacharias.
Some of the people around the shaman sort of collapse as the chanting stops. Others go to help their fallen comrades.
Zacharias has this very desperate-looking orc moving towards him.
Chiron will whisper to Zacharias, "Surely they made a mistake, right?"
So Zacharias will move up to him and say, "Azurius, is it you?"
You'll get a nod, but Azurius looks very desperate right now. I'm confused.
You died, Azurius. You died, and we could not bring you back by any other means. The angels, they destroyed you completely. We had to travel north. Far north. To the people of the White Tusk tribe. Their magic has brought you back into this form. It was the only thing we could do.
It looks like he tries to speak, but he starts coughing a little bit. Sounding like he has an exceptionally like a desert in his mouth.
Zacharias will shoot a glance over to Joseph and say, "What is wrong with him?"
Joseph looks over and says, "I cannot know. The spirits take their toll in many ways. It should be intuitive, however." He sort of moves on to the others. "We have never done 2 rituals in a row, but the White Tusk insisted. Excuse me."
Zacharias nods. And he bring basically send someone to get Trick to give up all the loot of Azurius and bring it back here.
As I said earlier, he just put it inside the box and left the box here, as you said to him too.
Yeah, Zacharias will then, use Mage Hand or whatever to carry the box and set it in front of.
Mage Hand
Azurius'
will not
new
carry
phone.
that damn box.
Well, then Karen will surely do it, right?
Sure.
That box weighs far more than £5.
I think that's right. You can do it.
Yeah, right, you can do it.
Didn't he leave?
I think he left,
He's
yeah.
outside.
Yep. Raiju and Trig left.
Yeah, they're outside. I thought Kyron went outside to get them, right?
Sure.
You can bring this stuff back.
Posted
Thank you for
some.
the pictures, by the way.
Yep. Looking through it, might need a little high res once.
You don't
I
have to find one right now.
Yeah, I'll find something to work with.
I can bring you.
You can imagine me as an orc, though.
Yep, sure can.
Yeah, sure. It's just, you're an orc.
On the bright
Yeah.
side,
Booga.
on the bright side, +4 strength.
It's
Oh, yeah.
easier to imagine than Cash being a whale now.
Whale cash.
He still feels incredibly thirsty, though.
Why does he want to eat people, though?
They're full of moisture.
Yeah.
And they don't even need it.
Azurius will almost look hungrily towards Chiron.
Kyron look confused and say, "You look thirsty. We have some booze outside, I think." That'll do, right?
Azurius kind of shakes his head.
Kyron shrugs.
Well, the shaman said that whatever was wrong with you should be intuitive. So he looks at him.
He looks like he's almost like trying to lick his lips, though. Doesn't quite. When your mouth's that thirsty, it doesn't really help that much. Kind of, trying to speak out of it, just like feels like I must consume. Stepping the walls.
Zacharias looks at him. Well, you best not consume any of the people who have actually helped you here. That would be unfortunate to make enemies of them at this stage. Whatever it is you need to consume, I'm sure we can get it for you.
Let's try to make this quick.
Very well, your gear is in the chest. Points. Oh boy, I found an orc with luscious hair.
Oh god.
You did?
Yes.
Maybe.
This is important.
Yeah, sure.
I think that's something to worry about for later, though.
Oh man. Oh yes.
Yeah, I agree. It kind of does look like a Saurius.
I know, right? It's good, perfect.
Yeah, let's worry about that later.
Alright.
But that's a good picture.
Yeah, Zeus will try and get you guys to help him, look for something moist to eat.
Snow, maybe? You want some snow?
What an asshole.
Actually, Azurius is desperate enough.
Okay, sure.
He'll try.
Tries to quench his thirst with snow. It seems to do nothing for him.
What does the hands mean when you're token?
It's because my character's technically paralyzed. I need to change that.
Unparalyze.
You want blood, or because blood is salty, right? Maybe you want something
Maybe.
like that.
Is there any raw meat or anything left from the feast? So try that. Maybe maybe blood. There's bloody meat somewhere.
There weren't any bloody meat. Seemed to dry it very much.
Maybe salt
You know,
water?
yeah, I was thinking that too. Maybe he needs salt water.
Zacharias, well, I guess there's water nearby. Maybe.
You can go a little bit to the edge of them.
So Zacharias will look at this. Here's a wait here. I'll see what I can find, and he will fly out to get some salt water.
Azurius sees something like seafood. He'll try eating it as well.
Really, Chiron's skin seems very sort of wet. It's not even dry at all.
Oh.
It's about to get steamy.
Shut up, Jake.
Perhaps you could only feel it. That would make Feel much better.
It's about to get hot in here.
So I'm being distracted by Jake. I can't even understand what you're saying. I'm just laughing.
You want to touch Kyron's very wet skin.
Well, you know, you guys haven't helped so far. I make a grasp towards Kyron.
Kyron is going to punch Azurius.
He has that right. Does he have improved unarmed strike?
No.
Does he wish to use a weapon with quick draw?
No.
Well,
Just
then
a punch.
Sirius gets to touch him first. Could you make a touch attack?
Woo! Touch
Remember,
attack.
your improved strength.
Yep, I got improved strength score, which I'll mark down in a minute, but scroll back up and see what my actual attack figure, because I don't think my melee touch attacks are even set properly on this. So, D20 plus.
Yeah, that's
That
a
made-
hit if it targets
That
touch.
touches Kyron. Alright. Well, as you touch Kyron, could you roll 4d6?
Oh god,
Oh.
are you gonna drink from him?
Desiccation damage or something.
Oh!
Oh man.
Well, Kyron takes 18 non-lethal damage as Asuria's hand, by touch, seems to drain the moisture from him.
Oof. 18 non-lethal.
You know, at least it's non-lethal.
So we need to combine him and Cash. So because Cash is water and whales, and he's like salt. That's a
Well,
word, right?
first of all, Kyron is
as
going
a
to
sword.
punch Azurius.
Alright, you can punch him.
12 non-lethal damage onto me.
However, Asurius feels as this touch sort of, even as his hand is quickly moved away, sort of some of the moisture from Kyron is sort of almost floating towards him after the touch, absorbing into his own skin. As Kyron now feels very dry and sort of dehydrated, while Asurius feels good. He's no longer thirsty.
Kyron will take a step back and say to the now orc Azurius, I think you shouldn't touch me again, because I'm not going to punch next time. I'm going to do something far worse. I'm sure these people would like to be touched, right? As he turns to a random person behind him who can't understand his language.
It is some woman carrying some dried fish.
That felt... That,
Quickly
actually,
hurries on.
that felt a lot better. Though the punch stings.
So I hope it does.
At some point, Zacharias will return. Look at this scene.
You'll see the dehydrated Kyron.
And a bloody-nosed Azurius orc.
His lips are dry, his eyes seem dry, he just sort of